Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So let's jump on to the Battle Spot ladder. We are going to continue playing with Tommy Cooleen's Tman's team. He has donated to us kindly for this week on the channel. I need to get my words out, guys. It's Thursday, it's getting towards the weekend. I'm lagging a bit, but I'm still probably a little bit too hyped from that QR code episode that we had yesterday. It was pretty insane, like the ending there. I know the video cut out at the end, but it was just incredible. I'm not going to give anything away. If you guys haven't seen it already, do go back and watch it. It is definitely worthwhile watching. A very fun team, and some really cool stuff happened through the episode. It's probably one of my favourite QR code series that we've had so far on the channel. And just while we're on the topic of QR code series, if you guys have any suggestions or would like to see any teams featured on that series, do let me know in the comment section below, and I will make them, jot them down, and make sure we do feature them in the coming weeks on the channel. So we are going to have a break from the QR code series, unfortunately, not next week, but the week after and the week after that, because of me being away on holiday. But that's another thing. But we have our next opponent, or first opponent of the day, and they are running a team of, well, firstly, this is, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but this guy is an extremely well-known Italian VGC player. He has done very well on the rating battle ladder this season thus far. Both seasons he's finished in the top 10, I think, hitting over 2,000 with both of his teams. They're both QR codes, so you can go and use them on the Battle Spot ladder. But now it looks like he's playing a different team, and it looks like the team that we're going to be facing today is Tapu Bulu, Braviary, Gigalith, Garchomp, Celesteela, and Arcanine. So how are we going to approach this? Xurkitree is going to be very good. Can take advantage of that electric terrain. We do need to be careful for the Garchomp. But I think we might lead Xurkitree, Dragonite. Thing is, from previous games when we've led that, we do need to be very careful. So I might not lead that. I might leave Xurkitree in the back. I might lead Nihilego and Dragonite. Bring Xurkitree and what's our last Pokemon going to be? Celesteela. We'll go with Celesteela. Still not bringing that Tapu Bulu, but there's plenty of time for us to bring it. I think I'm going to play this team next week as well on the channel, and take us right up to the point where we're going to play those international challenge games that we had this past weekend. So, see what my opponent leads off with. Should be a very good game. So we see the Tapu Bulu and the Garchomp. And we'll lead off with an Nihilego and a Dragonite. Okay. So, we can... let's think. Right, I'm going to go for a Protect with the Nihilego, and I'm going to go for a Bulldoze with my Dragonite. If we can reduce the speed of everything on the field, it's going to make things a lot easier for us to kind of operate. We should be able to take any attacks because of the Assault Vest and the multi-scale ability from the Tapu Bulu and the Garchomp, so we've got no real issues going for this play here. We're not on any threat of being KO'd or anything like that, so... See my opponent just withdraw the Garchomp and bring in that Arcanine, so that works out pretty nice for us. We may just see a Volt Switch from that Tapu Bulu into our Dragonite. And there's the Volt Switch. But it's into the Nihilego, interestingly. Okay. So we did get the Bulldoze off. And now we're putting a lot of pressure onto that Tapu Koko. So we can go for a Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Koko. That should be enough to pick up the KO there. And I'm gonna Sky Drop the Arcanine. Or should I not? No, I'm not gonna Sky Drop it. Or should I? Let's go for the Sky Drop. And see what my opponent goes for here. So we see the Tapu Koko withdraw. I wonder if the Garchomp's coming back in. Is the Garchomp? Arcanine just goes for a Protect, so we don't need to worry too much about that Arcanine at the moment. We do get a Sludge Bomb off into the Garchomp, but that is no problem because we can now just go for another Protect and go for another Bulldoze. That Dragonite, again, we're not on really too much threat here. The Garchomp might carry Dragon Claw, but we have the multi-scale ability still intact. And for you that don't know, multi-scale, when you have full HP, reduces super effective damage by 50%. So we'll be able to take any flurry of attacks coming out from either Pokemon here. So we see an extreme speed. It is into the Dragonite, breaking that multi-scale. We're going to see a Dragon Claw. We do. But we should be able to survive this. 7 HP. Like a boss. And we get that Bulldoze off again. Which is super nice. But we do need to be very careful of the extreme speed now from that Arcanine. We'll be able to just pick up the KO onto our Dragonite. So what are we going to do? We've got nothing to really KO the Garchomp with our Nihilego. And we don't want to lose the Sash, do we? That's the thing. We're definitely going to see an extreme speed come out, I think. So we could technically just go for a Power Gem into the Arcanine. And just to cover any Protects or anything, just go for an Ice Beam into the Garchomp slot. So we see the Garchomp withdraw. Tapu Koko come in. We'll probably see an extreme speed. We'll get rid of the Dragonite, unfortunately. But we do pick up the KO onto the Arcanine. More importantly, get rid of that. Which is super nice. And we'll get a Beast Boost as well on top of that. Which is ideal. So, now, let's bring in our Xurkitree. Because that Garchomp is coming back in. I wonder if that Tapu Koko is Choice Specs. It might be, or it might be Assault Vest. Garchomp has to go for a Tectonic Rage here, to be honest. So we could go for a Hidden Part Ice. I'm hoping it's Hidden Part Ice. I'm going to go for a Hidden Part Ice with the Xurkitree into that Garchomp slot. So we'll probably see an Earthquake come out. And in comes that Braviary. So it looks like we're probably going to see an Earthquake. Hopefully Xurkitree survives the Earthquake. Does have the berry, so it would make sense that it is bulky enough to survive the Earthquake. See the Earthquake come out from the Garchomp. Survive the clutch calcs. Proc the berry. And we will be able to get this Hidden Part Ice off. Wow, okay. That's not Hidden Part Ice. Right, okay, so I think after the Beast Boost, from the damage of that last Sludge Bomb that we did to the Garchomp, after the Beast Boost, we should be able to pick up the KO onto that Garchomp. So I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb onto the Garchomp, and I'm going to go for a T-Balled into that Braviary. we should be able to pick up a double KO here, potentially. Obviously, if the Garchomp's Scarfed, then we're in a lot of trouble. Braviary just protects, so it's all about this Sludge Bomb. Oh, it is Scarf Garchomp, so it is going to be able to take out our Xurkitree. Takes our Nihilego down to the Sash, though. Okay. Hopefully the Sludge Bomb's enough. Let's see. Oof, it's not quite enough. But that might do us a favour, to be honest, because... yeah. So we'll just protect the Nihilego here and go for a Heavy Slam into the Garchomp. Actually, we'll not go for a Heavy Slam. We'll go for a Flamethrower into the Garchomp. We should probably go for a Heavy Slam. It's just I want to kind of try and reduce any damage onto the Celesteela here. But if we can get a Beast Boost, it's going to mean that we can potentially take an Electric type attack from this Tapu Koko a lot better than we would have previously. So we'll just protect the Nihilego. No switches out from my opponent here. Earthquake from the Garchomp. We'll probably see a Superpower into the Celesteela. Ooh. But it's not. It's a Supersonic Sky Strike, so we'll be able to take out the Nihilego through that protect. So my opponent just doubling into the Nihilego just to make sure. And KOing the Nihilego, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, and I don't think we're going to be able to take down a Braviary and a Tapu Koko with our Celesteela. Do take a little bit of chip from the rough skim damage. We will get a special defense boost though. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of hope for us. So Tapu Koko comes in. We'll summon the electric terrain back up onto the field. I don't know if, even if a Heavy Slam's going to be enough to pick up the KO here. I know you need quite a bit of investment to normally get the KO. I don't know whether we're not going to be better off going for Elite Seed and trying to stall. Not against two Pokemon. I'll go for the Heavy Slam and see if we can pick up the KO against this Koko. But I feel like the game might be slowly falling out of our reach. We do manage just to survive, but the Braviary is going to be able to clean up the game with that superpower, which is a little unfortunate, but well played on my opponent's end. We weren't, like, we needed that hidden power on the Xurkitree to be ice. If it was ice, then it would have killed for sure that Garchomp being Scarf, but it must be something like ground or yeah, it's probably ground, I'd imagine. Yeah, because if it was fire, it would be not very effective. So a little bit unfortunate there, but one of these things, it happens, isn't it? We should have really found out what the hidden power was before we kind of went into the game there. But that being that, so we'll move on to our next game. Good game to my opponent there, and always a pleasure to play. What music are we going to go for, guys? Let's go Battle Royale. We haven't had this for a little while, so let's go Battle Royale and see how we get on again. I really want to get the Dragonite and Xurkitree Tail Glow kind of combination going. And the thing is as well, in that last game, Tapu Bulu would have not been a bad shout just for the Scarfed Garchomp as well. Choice Scarf Garchomp. You know, when it's locked into Earthquake, if you can get the grassy terrain up, it does make it a lot easier for your Pokemon to operate. So it's a bit unfortunate. But we have our next opponent, and they are running a team of Snorlax, Arcanine, Cortana, Tapu Lele, Butterfree, and Drifblim. Now I think I played this opponent with either the QR code team yesterday, I think. Or we played this exact team with this team, I think. So we've already played this team. So this is like the second match of a best of 3. So what we're going to do here? Yeah, because it was the Butterfree that was a bit of a problem for us. And we led off. Yeah, we led off with the Dragonite Circuitry, didn't we? So I'm going to lead off with Nihilego this time around. And we'll lead Nihilego and Arcanine. Arcanine? Yeah. We'll do that. I'll bring Circuitry for sure. And do I want to bring Tapu Bulu or Celesteela? Like Celesteela's like the one really, because it can lead Steed Snorlax. It's a good switch in for pretty much anything Lele throws out at us. So we'll go with the Steela just to be safe. It's a nice switch in as always. And we'll see how we get on in this match. I wonder if my opponent remembers playing us. They probably do. So we'll lead off with the Nihilego, Arcanine. And we see that classic Drifblim, Tapu Lele lead. So Arcanine is faster than the Tapu Lele, which is quite nice to know, because we can go for the Inferno Overdrive straight onto that Blim, get rid of it, and just Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Lele, which is, yeah, exactly what I'm going to do. Although we could, nah, I'm not going to mess around. I was going to say we could go for a T-Wave into the Lele to cancel out the Tailwind, but I think I'd rather just get damage onto it, in all honesty. So let's see what my opponent goes for. If he goes for that Tailwind and just protect with the Lele. So there's no protect coming out from my opponent. Do you see the Tailwind from the Drifblim? Get the Sludge Bomb off onto the Lele. I don't think this will be enough to KO. Just misses out. And we get the Poison as well, which is huge. And here comes that Extreme Overdrive, Inferno Overdrive, Z-move from our Arcanine. I really like this Z-move on Arcanine. It's like a really nice nuke. And you know, when you get intimidated and things like that, you can still KO stuff like Celesteela with it. And in instances like this, you can pick up a KO onto stuff like Drifblim, which are normally quite annoying because of how fast they are after the Unburden boost and stuff like that. So we just see a Psychic come out from the Lele. It does pick up the KO onto the Arcanine, but this Lele will go down to Life Orb damage. So the Poison didn't really matter there in the end, which is a bit nicer for us. Now what are we going to bring in? Should we bring in the Celesteela or... Yeah, we'll bring in the Celesteela, because if my opponent's brought the Kartana, it's probably likely that that will come in now. But we see the Arcanine and the Snorlax. If I remember rightly, this Arcanine was banded, I think. So Power Gem should be able to take it out. So I'm going to go for a Power Gem into the Arcanine. I'm just going to protect the Celesteela because I'd imagine that will be the Pokemon my opponent targets here with a Flare Blitz. I'm pretty sure the Arcanine was banded. Like every Arcanine we're playing at the minute, it seems to be banded though. So we'll protect the Celesteela, just say close combat, which is a nice tech into that Nihilego. It will get the defense and special defense drop, and we will outspeed Snorlax even in a Tailwind, so we'll get the Power Gem off, pick up the KO onto the Arcanine. We will get a Beast Boost, so it'll be interesting to see what the Snorlax goes for now. If it goes for a Curse, a Belly Drum, or if it just goes for an attack into the Nihilego. And there's the Belly Drum. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Is it going to go for a recycle here, or is it just going to go for an attack? I'm going to protect Nihilego, and I'm going to go for a Leech Seed with my Celesteela onto the Snorlax. So we hit the Leech Seed. See what the Snorlax goes for. Return into the Nihilego, so that's alright. I don't mind that too much. Now, we'll just double up into the Snorlax here. It really has to kind of go for a recycle though. We'll go for a Sludge Bomb, because there's every chance we may pick up a Poison onto it. And I'll go for a Heavy Slam onto it as well with Celesteela. And my opponent just forfeits. So, we take another win. Good game to my opponent there. I think we would have had enough, because we had the Xurkitree in the back. And you never know, my opponent might have not had the recycle on the Snorlax, although it was probably very likely that he did. So, 1 loss, 1 win against 1 very good player, so we don't mind that too much, and a really interesting team as well. So really nice to feature that on the channel as well, guys. We will wrap things up there though. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave a like on the channel and the video itself. It is massively appreciated. And just a big shout out to all you guys for all the comments and everything that we've had from everything on the channel this week. So we're going to wrap things up now. We will be back with another episode of the School of Hard Knocks tomorrow and wrap up the week with this absolutely really great team. I've had like a brilliant time. I'd love to know like your thoughts on the team as well, guys. It'd be nice to hear what you guys think of the team and how it plays and all things like that, and any questions you've got about it, because I've really enjoyed playing it this week. So it'd be nice to know what you guys think as well. But we will leave things there. You guys go away, enjoy the rest of your evenings, and until tomorrow I will see you then. So until then, guys, bye bye.